It's hockey talk in the summertime. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about rape and Patrick Kane and more rape. And did he do it or did she do it? I don't know. Coming at you live and on demand from the heart of your Huff. This is Shot from the Point Live with lots of rape. 718-395-7660. You want to talk about rape or Patrick Kane, you give us a call. At my appointment today, none other than comedian legendary Jake Link, and newsman, bluesman, Jeff the Huffman. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Pretty good, considering our star players aren't raping people.
Good. That's good. Yeah. Good.
Considering I don't really have a star player.
Oh, she didn't get caught. That's right. He's in Washington now. All right. Here's the deal. Look. I find I'm getting pressure to talk about Patrick Kane, and I made a statement earlier in the week that because I'm in a weird spot with Patrick Kane. It's the summertime. There's nothing to talk about. People come here assumingly, or at least the ones that watch the podcast we do, for my opinion. Mostly, it's about me and the other guys too. But I mean, I do most of the regular videos, so it's about me. So I feel it's like weird pressure. So I started to evaluate the lack of evidence, and I started to think to myself, well, maybe she's telling the truth. I'm now starting to regret that statement, because as more time goes by, because me and Dave had a big chat about this, I'm actually starting to wonder if it is the truth. Why hasn't anybody been arrested yet? I mean, does it take this long for a rape kit to come back? I mean, are the police just being careful? Because Patrick Kane could own the town if they screw this up. Are they being careful to protect the victim? Are they, it's just, look, I'm a hockey fan too. I don't want to believe the guy did it. And I certainly don't want anybody to get away with a rape. So that's what we're talking today. We're talking a lot of rape. So I almost regret what I said.
Today on the Hockey Talk Show.
Right, yeah, I know.
If you like rape, this is the show for you. If you like rape and you don't like hockey, this is the show for you today.
Big shout out to Jack Malay. He is now the all-time champion in donations, $50. We're going to have to get you guys some microphones and stuff pretty soon. I'll have to work on that. Big shout out.
I got a good mic, so I'm good.
I also like to promote the fact, it's on my Twitter feed. It's called From Bantam to Beer League. Jack Malay's new book available on Amazon.com. I won't put it in the description box right now because I forgot, but I'll definitely put it in right now.
There's a new show coming about like beer league hockey coming on FX.
FX, I'm all for that. Well,
yeah, it's like a comedy show.
Jack wrote a book about it. And yeah. I'm sure there's lots of comedy there. There's also a French movie called Les Boys, which I really want to see. And it's about a beer league, hockey league. And I was talking to Frenchie Ben about it. I was like, is it any good? Is it worth my time? And he says, no. He's like, the first one's great. And then they made like 20 sequels because it was like the biggest selling movie in Quebec ever. I think it beat The Sixth Sense or something like that when it came out. So I want to check that one out.
It's their Titanic. It's their Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. Big shout out to
Fred. I have a question. In Chicago, you think you're going to change the goal horn to a rape whistle?
I don't know. All right, I want to talk about Patrick Kane a little bit. Like I said, I'm not really happy with maybe what I said. I guess I don't, but it's just like it seems like the alleged victim handled this situation right away. She went to the thing, and she went to the hospital, and that's a good sign for me. But it's. When I read shit like this, I got to be honest with you, and this isn't a good reason. This is when I start to think, there's something else going on, or not directly, but this makes me want to hope Kane didn't do it, and I guess hope she's lying. And I got to be honest, I'm much more comfortable saying she's lying, I guess, or hoping she's lying, because that means nobody got raped. And Ryan Lampert wrote this.
No, rape is good.
Yeah, rape is good. That's it. All Chicago Blackhawk fans and Patrick Kane fans, they want rape. That's what it is. The innocent until proven guilty thing you hear a lot from guys that wear their baseball hats backwards are spewing these days is legally true. No one but the people that were there know exactly what happened last night. Presumably Kane's innocent in a legal sense isn't the same as withholding judgment in the court of public opinion. In fact, people who say Kane is innocent until proven guilty are only putting a nicer spin on the same message that Claude's who flat out say she's lying. Because to say he's innocent until proven guilty is implicitly to say the accuser is lying. That's horseshit. That's absolute horseshit. And would it be the same thing? It's just an unbelievable statement to me. Rape apology means innocent through proven guilty. Due process is rape apology now. So let me get this straight. If you say you think he's guilty, or you believe the victim, or you, like I said earlier in the week that I thought the victim might be telling the truth, that means I think that Patrick Kane is 100% innocent. It's just a nicer spin for me saying that Patrick Kane is nothing but a filthy rapist. That makes no sense, Lampert. None. Zero. Zip. You are like, look, it's really disgusting to sit there and call this girl a liar before all the facts are in. But I got to be honest with you. I understand where a lot of these fans are coming from with the repeated incidents that we've had with, in some cases, professional athletes where there was a gold digger, where there was somebody that was looking to make a buck, where there was somebody looking to promote a political agenda like UVA or something like that. So I am a little sympathetic. But I will say to these fanboys, that's sick to sit there and say that she's a whore when you don't know if she's a whore or not. And even if she was a whore, she doesn't deserve to get raped, you dummy. At the same time, the dopes with their baseball hats backwards, like us, I guess who the morons are talking about, are the only ones thinking critically, according to Ryan Lampert. Because that's critical thinking.
We're baseball hats backwards.
Yeah. Innocent till proven. It's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact. It's not.
Pussy, Kane.
It's not a nicer way to say she's lying. And be honest with you, saying she's lying is better than if he's a rapist on the moral scale. I hope she's lying because that means she didn't get raped.
Yeah, we like our drinks like we like our hair. We like our girls' drinks like we like our hair spiked as fuck.
Yeah, that fucking whore. Yeah. I don't care. She's just looking for Patty's money,
Let's
you know.
pop our collars and just. Yeah.
Patty's my bro, man. Yeah, he would never do anything, and if he did do something, the bitch was asking for it.
Yeah, I'll wear my shirt that has the arrows that points up and says the man and points down and says the legend.
Yeah, that's right. Patrick Kane, number 88. Hashtag I support number 88.
Yeah,
that's pretty awful. But also throwing this fucking poor kid under the bus. Because you hate
like our hair spiked as fuck.
Yeah. Where's that from?
Yeah, that was mine. I refreshed my page.
Yeah, it sounded great.
It sounded good.
Yeah.
It did.
I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Everybody innocent till proven guilty. Us dopes over here. All right. You're the one. I mean, that knows you apparently can see into Patrick Kane's heart and know whether he did this or not. The guys with the baseball hats are waiting for the evidence to come in. And the Chicago Blackhawks fans that aren't doing that and just assuming, they're just as bad as you. Big dummy. All right, look, further on the Patrick Kane story, there's two reports, and then I'm moving on, and we're going to Jeff's news. Patrick Kane's driver saw no appropriate acts between the star, Blackhawk star, and he was a former cop. This guy's a driver. He drove him back to his house that night. He says he saw nothing inappropriate. What does that mean? Nothing.
Maybe he's just as much as a rapist.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it's nothing. It doesn't mean anything.
She was just falling asleep and he carried her in like a gentleman.
Nothing. All right, I'll give you another one.
Saying the word roof. I think she was gonna fix her roofie.
Several friends of the alleged rape victim. This is coming from Alan Muir of the Alan Muir of Sports Illustrated. Several friends of the alleged rape victim have come forward to corroborate that story. I guess the story that she told law enforcement, saying that she initially refused to an invitation from Kane. Sorry, I didn't read the title. The title is this: Patrick Kane removed from EA. No, that's not the one. What the fuck? Patrick Kane, alleged rape victim, didn't want to go home with him. And I'll just put this in a synopsis. Apparently, the girl that is making the complaint went with another girl who wanted to go back home with Patrick Kane, and she didn't want her to be alone, and then she ended up being the victim. The friend in the article is not identified. Does not believe for a second that she would make something like this up, that she's not that type of person. She's a hardworking person. And she also felt the bar owner spoke out of turn when she said there was a girl hanging all over
Hulk Hogan was a racist, so.
Here's there was early. I don't think we covered this last week either. There's a guy named Croyce. He was quoted in the paper last Sunday. One of his employees at the Sky Bar noticed a young woman hanging all over Kane, being very forward, very flirtation with him on the night.
She was asking for it,
yeah. On the night of an alleged attack. And that brings me to my other thing, real quick, you fanboys out there. Just because he has a guy hanging over, that doesn't make the... You can't rape a girl that's flirting with somebody. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's quite human. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. I'll go this far. There's nothing wrong with I'll get into these assholes. He put himself in that position. What the fuck position was that?
What, to get laid?
To get laid, to go home with a girl? I think he did.
I don't think his intent was to rape somebody.
Well, I don't know that. Maybe it was. Maybe he's done it before. You don't know. Maybe he's Bill Cosby.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. No.
I want somebody to make this picture.
I want to believe that.
This is what I want. I want to put somebody in a Patrick Kane jersey, Patrick Kane in a Cosby sweater, and I want you to put Cosby in a Patrick Kane jersey. Somebody right now in the chat, do that, please, and send it to me or Tommy, because I think that would be hilarious. I'm not good with Photoshop. So.
All right. This guy, Christ, says it was almost like she stationed herself near him, and he was keeping another woman at bay away from him. And he says, I noticed it and kind of laughed about it. That's he's talking about Patrick Kane's behavior. That's just about as much as the driver. He didn't assault her. Well, it doesn't mean he didn't assault her later. The girl was hanging on her. It doesn't make her a gold digger. We don't even know if that's the girl that filed the complaint. And if this woman's story or this friend of hers is telling the truth, it would be pretty unusual for her to say, I don't know if I want to go home with this guy, and have to be the same girl that was hanging all over. No. That's another thing to think about. Nobody knows anything. And I'm probably not going to know anything for a while. I got to be honest with you, as each day goes by and an arrest isn't made, I wonder. I do. I wonder.
Yeah.
As each day goes by. But again, I'm not in CSI. I'm not that Horatio. Yeah! Dun, dun. I'm not that CSI guy. So I don't know. I don't know how long it takes.
Looks like he put his stick in the crease. Yeah!
Yeah! I should have had that sound effect. I used to have that.
2 minutes.
I used to have that.
Yeah!
I used to have that sound effect.
I used to watch that show all the time.
I hate that show. You know why I hate that show? Nothing wrong with that show. It's just all the people that think they're fucking forensic scientists after they watch it. That really drives me. I'm gonna just write in YouTube.
24 is my favorite though.
Did I? No, it didn't. Yeah, I wrote just in YouTube, and guess what came up? Patrick Kane's a rapist. All right, it's just ridiculous. It's nuts.
You gotta do the witty pun.
Yeah.
You gotta put a pair of sunglasses on too while you do it.
Wait, Tommy, get it ready.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Ready?
Okay, go
if you
ahead.
ask me, he may have hit from behind a little too hard.
It's 15 minutes of that shit. It's 15 minutes of It's a shorter one. Hold on a second. Here. God, that sounds awful. Who's the actor that played in that? What's his name?
David Caruso.
David Caruso. He's an Italian guy who always plays Irish cops, but his name's Horatio.
CSI Chicago.
What's that?
CSI Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, why is my fucking mouse going all over the place? I don't like that. I have to fix the Skype here. Jesus. I hate that.
If you ask me, he'll be lucky to get 2 minutes.
I don't like that one. Hold on. Oh. That one's way better. 718-395-7660. I'd like to hear your call or add us to contacts and to contact us at Shop from the Point. Jeff Huffman's here with the news, as he is every single week. Jeff Huffman, how do you have do you have any non-rapey hockey news there?
Well, you know, sticking with the raping thing real quick.
Yeah.
EA removed Kane from the NHL 16 cover, like we all expected.
Good.
I'll tell you one cover he did remove. Hers.
I'll tell you.
I hope you like guitar riffs from the Who today, everybody, because there's gonna
All right. Jared Stoll, who became an unrestricted free agent on July 1st, is going to be doing his best Keith Hernandez impression by bringing cocaine to the Big Apple for a 1-year, $800,000 contract.
Yeah, I love the bets.
If you ask me, maybe Jared Stoll should have been concentrating on being on the first line.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what it is? The problem with us is we're those fucking backwards hat guys. That tends to be the issue.
Who love rape and
Pittsburgh boy, you're on the air.
Yo, how about the Penguins signing Sergei Gonchar?
Oh, let me think about it.
Just when you think it's getting old, it's not old. It gets even more fun.
Sergei Gonchar. What position does he play?
Defense.
That's a good move. Because any defenseman over there is going to help.
That's right. Yeah, freaking orange cone.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's not like you know what it is? It's not that the Pittsburgh defense is like bad. It's just like it's not. Their offense is naturally going to give up a lot of chances because they put so much they put a pressure on. I mean, it's just having a guy like Sidney Crosby around. I mean, I know he does back check, but he's 5 foot something. He's not going to be able to get back there.
Defenseman's in the hospital all the time.
What? Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing. It kind of the entire load's put on his back. It's just like the type of defense they have is not. I'm looking for the word. It doesn't match the type of chances they're going to give up. I mean, I think if Ryan McDonough and Girardi were back there, I think it wouldn't be an issue. You know? In fact, if Ryan McDonough and Girardi were there, I think Pittsburgh boy would be like... Don't worry, the Rangers aren't winning shit this year either. No. Anything else, Pittsburgh boy?
No, I was just wanting to get your all's opinions of Gonchar being signed with the Penguins.
He's 41. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
He's 41 years old.
But when you have somebody on the team who's had a stroke, you know, as just your number one defenseman, you got a
guy who's had a stroke. Pascal Dupuis, what did he have? A blood clot in his lung or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Forget what I think about it. I don't know why you calling
and
for
then
hockey.
You got Kessler, who's a heart attack waiting to happen. So.
That's terrible.
Oh, God.
He beat cancer. You can't say that.
Yeah, I can't say much about Kane because Steelers got Roethlisberger, so I can't really say much about Kane.
Yeah, I remember the Steelers Roethlisberger. I was like, whoa. Yeah, whatever. Now it is getting old.
Yeah, it's me. He was really roughing the quarterback.
I'm more interested in what you think about it. I personally, I don't give a fuck. I don't know. What are you calling up here to like talk to hockey experts? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, come on. Come on. Are you getting laid? That's all we care about.
Don't be insulting our
freaking
callers.
August. It's 90 degrees out. You're like, hey, what do you think of Gonchar?
Don't be insulting my callers. Thanks to Jack Malay for that $50, by the way. I don't know.
Wait. Pittsburgh boy, how much money did you give us?
How much money I give you?
Yeah, how much money did you give us? Didn't you know?
I've been giving you shit.
Well, didn't you know?
Good, we can keep talking about you then. I'm joking.
We're joking. You know, if you did give us money, I would be like really happy, and I'd be like,
Hey, Pittsburgh boy, you think they're gonna get this game done with the Mets and the Pirates today?
I think Pirates got it.
What?
It's rain out right now.
NL Central is too freaking good.
Yeah. No. It's not going to make a hell of a lot of difference. You guys are going to have a real potent offense, and the defense is going to constantly keep up with them. If you guys got guys in the minors that I'm not aware of, that's what you need. You need young defensemen. And, building defense is almost like building a goalie nowadays. You need guys with a couple years experience before they actually fit the role. So you need smart defensive
You're going to have
defensemen.
a lot of high-scoring games.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Fleury will get a few.
I will say this. Fleury had an excellent season last year. He's a tremendous goalie. He really redeemed himself. So, I mean, there's always this question of Fleury going into preseason in preseason. But I don't think that question is going to be. Were you happy with the way Fleury played last year? I even thought he played well in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. He's the reason why we stayed in the playoffs.
You're exactly correct. I mean...
the fact that every game was a one-goal game, it was because of Fleury.
And he was going up against, my favorite player. You know his name is, right? Henrik Lundqvist.
This kid's...
Yeah, whatever. That's the weirdest vine ever. You ever see the vine with the kid getting hit with the basketball?
I think so.
Yeah. You got anything else, Pittsburgh boy?
Oh, that's it, man.
You're the best.
Right.
And you'll be better if you send me money.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, by the way.
We're like PBS.
I don't
just interrupt the show.
I don't do that
We're gonna have
much.
like a bunch of phone calls in the background. I go, you too can see more quality programming just like this on the Shot from the Point network. If you donate $10, you'll get a Shot from the Point mug.
Yeah. Oh no. Actually, no. Even better because we can't afford that shit. I have a better. I have an even better idea. Hang on a second. Pittsburgh boy donated donated last week. He sent us $20, and we got a new sound effect. Here we go.
You're an expert.
See that, Pittsburgh boy? This is where your money's going.
Damn, where are you?
Yeah. Oh, the new hockey fight sound effect. Oh yeah. And this one.
It's gonna be great. There's
What?
gonna be a kid who donates like $100 to us,
I know.
and his parents are gonna look
Find
at
out
the
about
bank
it.
statement,
Oh God.
and you're gonna get a phone call it's like, oh, why are you taking my kid's money?
You want to know? You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say this.
You know, your son looks like a fag to me. You better get married
Where's your
again. He's gonna
goddamn
wind up with somebody's
brains,
cock in his
boy?
mouth
Where
before he can
are
say
your
Jack
brains,
Robinson.
boy? I'll just play this. I'm sorry, my kid. I gotta go. My kid's crying.
Yeah.
I gotta go. All right, Pittsburgh boy. I hope we enlightened
Jack
you.
Malay said Pittsburgh had the 10th best defense last year.
Well, not enough for the playoffs. Really? As far as rated to what? Keeping them out? Yeah, because of what's his fate? They probably that's probably goals against average stat essentially.
Yeah. Fleury played lights out last year.
Yeah, he was lights out. He's tremendous. He's just he's like a lot of goalies. He gets a thing in his head and then he plays bad. He's a good goalie. Everybody hates him because he plays with Crosby. That's really the problem. All right, Pittsburgh boy. I'm sure you don't regret at all calling in, do you?
Nope.
Take care, brother. Pittsburgh boy from Pittsburgh. I wish I could do their accent. It's sort of like.
You gonna go down to the creek?
You want to
You
go to
go watch the Tigers game?
Go to crick.
My grandmother, who's from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, she was a few years ago when the Tigers were in the World Series. Oh, Jakey, are you gonna watch the World Series? The Tigers are in the World Series.
Tigers.
I'm like, I'm like saying to myself, who the fuck are the Tigers?
new team.
And I said that to my 72-year-old grandmother. Who the fuck are the Tigers?
I got an idea. What do you? I want to put Macazar on. What do you want to?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's always good.
Come
let's
on.
just let's just brutalize him.
Oh God, I'm in a mood today. I'm in a mood to hurt somebody's feelings today.
Me too. Let's try to.
Come on.
Let's do our best to hurt his
come on.
feelings. Even though it's almost impossible. Because
you can't hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I know. You don't have.
I know. But we just want to make fun of you to the point where we think maybe if you were a normal person, that we think we would hurt your feelings.
Okay.
Go ahead. Start your. Give me your.
Start your thing.
Give me your hockey thing, and we're gonna get right into tell you why you're wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, let me start by saying I'm in a really, really bad mood.
Are you?
Second of all, I'm gonna take.
CSI Canada. He did it
CSI
with
Canada,
apology.
Matt Kazar. Go ahead. Go ahead, Matt.
So I'm gonna take all of that hate out on the Chicago Blackhawks.
Why?
Because when I was in the airport in Chicago,
Yeah.
there's this fan and he saw me with my Canadians hat, and he approached me and said, "Dude, that hat sucked." And I didn't know what to say.
Your best player's a rapist would have been the first one out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's what I would have said.
That was before it happened. And
Damn
1
it.
month later, I have a comeback.
Yes.
It's that, you know,
Hey, this one goes out. Hey, this one goes out to the guy that approached Matt at the airport.
Yeah.
Your best player's a rapist.
Now here's your comeback. Let's hear it.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing.
Okay.
You guys say you're a dynasty,
Yeah.
and you guys say you're the best team, and yeah, sure, I kind of agree with that, but everyone seems to forget, for a very, very long time, the Chicago Blackhawks sucked ass. I mean, no one watched that team. They sucked, and you all know they got the draft picks. And what the fuck is that?
It's your
I don't even know who's the best.
comebacks are always better when they're quick. By the way.
Let me. No, I'm building up to something. It's like sex. You don't just go and do it. You need to
Wait,
build
what
up
do you know?
It's
What do
like
you know?
sex for you. It takes 20 years to happen.
Hey, by the way, I tried. Last
really?
weekend I tried.
You tried. Well, you tried what? What you tried? Fleshlight? I
approach
mean, what'd you
I
try?
tried to
Right,
approach
what?
someone.
You tried to say hello to a girl?
How did it go? That's interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Is this the same girl you called a Jew and she stormed off?
Did you throw rocks at her like it was a good Middle Eastern?
What happened? What happened?
She had this accent, and like it was during the break
Yeah.
of my driving lessons,
Mhm.
and she was smoking, and I go to her and I say, "Wow, that's a really nice accent. Where do you come from?" Then she's like, "Oh, I'm from Israel." Then
Oh,
I
nice.
say, "Oh, so then you're a Jew."
Maybe you shouldn't have said it like that.
No, I'm a
Jew.
Hindu, you
Get in the
motherfucker.
cattle car, you.
Yeah.
and wait. Then she says, "You know, not everyone from Israel's a Jew," and she just storms off. And I thought, dude, what are the odds that she's from Israel and she's not a Jew?
Well, the way you said it.
Oh, so you're a Jew.
No
so
wonder
you're
you
a
can't get
Jew?
laid.
Yeah.
He's got
How do
the
you
same
live with yourself?
He's got the same problem I had when I was a kid. Oh, you're a Jew,
So I
huh?
said to Matt, I said, they must have looked like the Rock the Casbah video.
Yeah, right. The Rock
Yeah,
the
we'd
Cat-
be always fighting anyway. I'm not that sad.
That's
We-
sad.
Like his
So is that the girl that you almost hooked up with, or this was a completely different one?
Yeah.
that was as close as I got in a long time.
Frenchie Ben says CSI.
Bizarre, Subban
Kazar Subban invested.
I got completely Subban invested. I like that better.
Completely Subban.
I'm wearing my Subban t-shirt right now.
I can't tell because you can't fix your. Come on over. My daughter's here, everybody. This is probably we usually drop her
Can I
off by now.
can I finish my blog?
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Cook
finish your
story
blog.
though.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get a team like the Canadians or the Rangers or something. You know, they're a strong hockey market, so you can't afford to lose for long times like the Blackhawks did.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially here in Canada, if you lost for 2 years in a row, who knows? Maybe they'd stop watching you. So we have to try to be contenders without the players, without the draft picks. So before you go and say my hat sucks and my team sucks, think about that. For 10, 15 years, you sucked. And as
Well,
for the
Chicago's
cover,
they've had the Cubs for over 100 years too.
don't know what sport that is.
That was the worst.
That's
comeback
baseball, and you better hope Dead on Dave doesn't hear that.
That's
Nobody
the
cares
worst.
about the
Little
White
Cecino
Sox.
said, I joined the chat only to hear Matt talk about Jews.
Nobody cares about the White Sox. The
Nobody
Bears
cares.
haven't won anything since
You know-
'85.
Your blog was about as good as your interaction with women, by the way. Your comebacks are about as good as your interactions with women.
Look, I'm still young. There's room for
Yeah, I know.
improvement.
There's room for improvement.
No, you'll find
wait.
yourself.
Can you imagine
I've
being a
been
girl from
closer.
Israel in Canada and you meet this Arab kid and he's like, "So you're a Jew, huh?"
Yeah.
No, she probably
Hey,
ran
even-
away.
Dude, even if she was interested, historically, why would the Arab end up with a Jew?
Well,
Do you think that makes sense?
I'm sure it happens all the time. I bet it happens a lot more. Look, all that
I'm
stuff's
from,
I mean,
it's like a
I
Romeo
mean-
and Juliet thing. I'm from Palestine. You're
Yeah,
from Israel.
probably
type
hot.
deal.
Some people are into animals. I mean,
Oh God, shut up.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow,
I
Jeff,
should have.
your Midwest is showing today.
Yeah, what's the matter with you? You angry or something?
Good.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
no.
You mad that they control the banks? I know you're having.
Maybe if I offered her some smoked salmon and some cream cheese.
Yeah.
Stop watching.
Uh,
Andrew, don't try to make any
Cream
sense of what he
cheese.
said. It was terrible.
So what? I have a question. If everything went right and you said, "Hey, Dad, I met a girl. Her name's Mimi Schwartz or whatever her name is gonna
They
be," and like, would your dad like be like, "Oh God,
Germans.
Would you?
That's what you would say.
No, Mimi
have to go
Goldberg
find
or
out.
whatever."
You want me
What
to go
was your
find out
dad's-
now?
No.
Yeah, just tell your dad you're with a Jewish girl.
You know what? It would be
Hold on,
funny.
I'm going.
Like,
I'm going.
Oh,
Everyone
he's
shut up.
gonna go do it.
God,
Oh shit.
he's Matt gives us so much, does he not?
Oh no, he's sleeping.
Oh.
Wake him up and tell him.
No,
It's a good time.
no. I draw the line there.
Matt
Shake 'em.
told. Okay, Frenchie Ben says Matt told. So you're a Jew. I envision you so much in a burqa.
That's right. Hey, you're a Jew. So what do you think about having no clicks?
I want to talk to
I
him
just
a
wanted
little
to
bit.
talk about life with you.
With what?
Who?
What
I
happened?
just
to you?
needed to know something like about life.
Well, here's what you need to know. Always lie to
Okay, never
women
mind.
and tell them you have more money than you have. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Never tell the truth.
Tell him that you're the Arabian Prince of Hockey.
Yeah,
He
tell
was
him
sleeping
you're
and
like
not too
you're
bad.
related to an oil family, and that's why you're allowed to dress the way you're
Yeah.
dressed. You know, you get around it. You know. And then your dad runs like a dry cleaning place, right? what?
Wait, was that a joke?
Doesn't he sell
Ah!
Doesn't he sell doorbells? No, your dad does have a business. I can't remember what it is.
Doorbells?
He sells doorbells
Yeah,
or
my-
something.
He sounds-
My dad's a dentist.
Oh, that's it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Not close at all.
That's another thing. You know what
Yeah,
you should
doorbells,
No,
dry
dentist.
cleaner.
do? Find the hottest chick with bad teeth. That's your move. That's your move, Kassar.
Yes, you gotta. It's kind of like looking for a house. Sometimes you're not gonna find a great one. You have to get a little fixer up.
Sometimes you got to rebuild the
That'll-
patio.
That'll be
Get a
pretty
little
easy.
paint.
Just hop on the next flight to Britain.
Yeah.
Listen to fucking angry. Oops, I can't say that.
Uh-huh.
Flora's here. Listen to angry Jeff over here. All right, I think we should get to his news. Thank you, Matt, for your
Yeah.
contribution.
Wait. Last thing.
Okay.
Last thing. I was right about that cover vote, and I'm gonna call EA the minute I get my microphone. I'm gonna call EA to set them straight. I was right.
I want to see if he
I'm
gets.
pretty
the
sure. I'm
idea.
pretty sure EA is going to be taking your opinion very seriously
Yeah.
as they sit in their piles of cash.
Those people just afraid they're gonna
EA,
get sued.
Can I talk to the designer of the NHL 15 game? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, go right ahead. Okay, not even a wait. They just patch him right in. Hello, hi, this is Matt Kazar. I'm from Canada, and girls don't like me, but you should really have PK Subban on the cover. Okay, all right.
I don't know.
We'll take this into
I
consideration.
I had that problem. I bet you didn't have that problem though. But I had that problem when I was a kid that everybody was. I was really direct with women like that. Like it's like the last thing you say. Like I mean, it took me a long time. Get that out of my face. It took me a long time to say, "Oh, that's so cool. What part?" Like I know, you know. That's like the next move. Like, oh, so you must be a Jew. And coming from Matt, it's kind of spooky, you know. But it's funny.
Yeah.
I sometimes wonder if he does stuff just to like do like I'll screw this up so I can talk about it on the show, which is great for us. But I don't know if it's so good
think
for
he
his social
does.
life.
I mean, obviously, I think he wants to have a girlfriend,
Yeah.
and relationships and all this stuff. But I don't think he's doing this to screw everything up. I just think it comes to just being immature and And girls and just women these days, like, I mean, Matt's really cool with, like, you know, like all the politically incorrect stuff that we do, and people are very politically correct, so that might come into play, you know. It's just learning how to harness it.
Yeah, could be. I don't think he's harnessing anyway. I think
No,
I think
he'll
you know what's gonna happen to
learn.
Matt. I'll tell you exactly right now. He's gonna be mad at me if he says that. He's some girl's gonna finally hold your ears. Hold your ears. Just hold them really tight. Some girl's finally gonna, I don't know, do him a favor, and then he's gonna marry her. You watch. That's what all those hillbillies in the army used to do. They you know, they come in there and like, oh, she loves me, and then they marry her and then be divorced within a year. You know. Hey, Apple Hacks, I support 88. Hey, why don't you wait till you get your facts in? And Ryan Lampert, why don't you wait? You know, stop rooting for rape.
They support Lindros. Hey, they're supporting Lindros too.
Yeah. Brett Burns, he did not do it.
Brent Burns didn't do it. There's a beard at the scene of the crime. All right, let's go into Jeff's news. And, yeah, Jeff's news.
Okay. The Ducks signed Carl Hagelin to a 4-year, $16 million deal. Had 17 goals each of the last 2 years, but it seems like this is a guy who always shines when it matters most, and it's a nice move for the Ducks, locking Hagelin up. Already have a ridiculously talented roster, and I think they just became more.
And the Rangers could have had this guy if we would have just dumped Nash and got him for picks. I think this Hagelin thing is going to come to bite us in the ass. One of the fastest skaters in the league. You know, the Rangers are a lot slower now. A lot slower. I'm still talking about. But yeah, as far as you're concerned, Jeff, you're 100% right. It's the right thing to do. I told you not to make noise, or I'll
this team,
do something bad.
The Ducks just became a lot more dangerous in the postseason.
Well, you can tell that this is not for you guys, but it's for the people. You can tell that I buttoned her pajamas because the buttons are all off-center and stuff. My wife's sick, and we're pretty much hanging out and doing stuff. Don't hit me. I told you, you know, you're breaking the rules now. All right, I still support 88 Apple Hacks. Oh, good for you. All right. Do you support him when you find out he forcibly shoved his cock in a girl's mouth when she was crying?
Because he wears a backwards baseball hat. Not like them good guys that wear their baseball hats forwards.
Yeah.
That's how you know a good guy is.
Well, are you going to still support him?
On the fence, I wear it to the side.
That's my question. When you find out that he beat a girl into submission while she was crying and saying no, will you still support him after that? That's what I'm interested in. And I don't know how you're going to answer that, Apple Hacks, but some people are going to answer it that way. And that's what supposedly Ryan Lampert's concerned about, but he's not. He just hates Patrick Kane because he has the chicks, he's got the money, and he's got skills. I was not raised to hate people like that. I was not raised to worship people like that. Good for you, dude. And that's why I get along with everybody. What else you got, Jeff?
One little quick thing on the Ducks here. They unveiled their third jersey for next season.
Looks cool.
You remember that old orange they used to have?
Yeah, the orange with the new Mighty Ducks logo, right?
Yeah, with the old Mighty Ducks logo.
Yeah, it looks good. I like it.
Yeah.
I thought it looked pretty cool.
And sticking with jerseys real quick here, the Canucks are bringing back the Flying Skate jersey for one night in February next year.
I actually I have a 96 Pavel Bure jersey. How do you do that? You wore number 8. No, he got American citizenship, and he changed it to 96 because that was the year of his American citizenship. Pavel Bure. I have one of those. I never hated that uniform like everybody else did. And I think the one they replaced it with is ugly, and I think the one it's now is just sort of a color update to the crappy one they changed it to. The one Messier had was horrid.
Yeah.
You know?
You didn't like that one? I like that one.
Did you? I mean, it looked professional at least. It didn't look like a circus act. But
remember the old one where it was just like a V going down?
Yeah,
and
they've had serious uniform problems.
Yeah. They have serious other problems too.
Yeah, like rioting after they lose.
Rioting.
But they should riot over that uniform. That's horrible. Jesus. What else you got, Jeff? No, you can't. Look, I told you can't ask me questions, but you definitely can't make noise. All right? Well, if I'm talking to you, you can answer me. You just can't talk to me in the middle of it. We can't play now. We got another 20 minutes. All right, Jeff, don't you want Jeff to do his news?
I'd like to do my news. No.
It's just like, who's Jeff?
We were just kidding with you. Now she's mad at me.
Oh.
I wasn't mad at you. We're just joking. Relax. All right. Now I just pissed off my kid. Oh, great. All right. There, I blew it. Can't do. What's the news? What's in the news?
It seems like Toronto just wants to take everybody that's employed by the New Jersey Devils because Jacques Lemaire is going to be reunited with Lou Lamoriello after being hired by the Maple Leafs on Friday. As a special,
Are they opening up a fucking retirement home in Toronto or
guess so.
something?
I have no idea.
Yeah, usually people from New Jersey
Jacques
go to
Lemaire is
Florida.
like 95 years old.
69, but okay.
Yeah, Jacques Lemaire.
69?
Yeah, I thought
I thought he was older.
He always looked older. He's older than
Yeah.
that. He wasn't that. He's about my parents' age. Most people go to Florida from New Jersey. I guess he decided to go to Toronto, make it a little different. It is a retirement home.
Yeah. Dinner's going to be served really early in Toronto.
All right, Laura, come here. I got something to show you.
They're going to call it supper over there.
Yeah. We got to go
Laura,
eat some
come here.
supper there, Jacques.
I don't know,
Right?
every time I hear that word, I cringe.
Supper?
Yeah,
Do you call dinner hot plates, Jeff?
I do. No.
I
do
know
not.
that's a Midwest thing.
All right, what else is in the news, Jeff? We were just joking.
Actually, all right, sticking with the Devils while they continue to lose every member of the front office. Ray Shero says that they also may play without a captain, which is stupid.
It is stupid.
Yeah.
We won't have a. Like,
This franchise is going crazy.
it's not a medal. It's identifying the leader who interacts with the coach and spreads that word down to all the other troops.
There's a few players
And
that
it's the
should.
guy. You got to have that one guy that everybody can turn to.
But see, the thing
I
is,
mean, maybe right now, I don't know if that player is on the team right at the current moment.
that might be, but somebody's got to do that job, whether he's on the team or not.
I mean, there's a few people that stick out.
You have Andy
Yeah,
Green.
Andy Green. Andy Green's Adam Hendrick and Andy Green are the two that definitely stick out. I mean, you could throw Elias in there, but I don't think maybe like 5-10 years ago he already wore the C, and it didn't really end too well.
Now you know why Lamoriello left. Now you know exactly why Lamoriello left.
You had Salvador the past 3 years,
Yeah.
but he's a free agent.
Yeah, this is why Lamoriello left. Because he's obviously has corporate guys. The corporate guys see the captaincy as like an award or something like that. They don't understand what goes on the ground and how really information is put out and who's in charge and who's got the final say. They see it as the C is marketable. This is that. It's an award. We don't want to award a guy. We don't want to pay a guy more because he's wearing the C, especially if he's not scoring more than 20 goals a year. That's how they're looking at it, and that's why Lamoriello's gone.
Also, for the first time ever in New Jersey Devils history, you're gonna have a player wear the number 13.
Oh, why would? Oh, that's interesting. Why would they? Because Lou wouldn't allow that. That's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, it's like also the whole thing with the wearing numbers over 40. Now that's going to be a thing because now Eric Jelinas, who gave up the number 22 for Jordan Tutu to wear, as he should be, and Mike Camilleri, who's going to go back to wearing his number 13, and he's giving up the number 23.
Oh, well, that's nice. So why wouldn't? Wait. That's weird to me. Go back though. Why wouldn't Lou allow number 13?
I think it goes back to the I don't know, with the original owner back in the day. It was like his whole thing. He don't want any players wearing the number 13, probably for stupid superstitious reasons.
If I remember correctly, because I was in CCD when I found out about the Devils when they were first kind of incepted back in 1982. Was there some resistance to the name being, because like I remember like in the mid 80s, like people were just like nuts about thinking that these Satanists were around every corner, and it sounds so ridiculous, but I could see like certain kooks in New Jersey the Devils and not realizing
they're named after the legend.
So maybe that's why they did in the 13th.
In South Jersey, actually, but
it's New Jersey. Yeah, they're named after some Satanists in Clinton Road up in West Milford. I mean, fuck. Well, only people from New Jersey got that.
Yeah, there was like a bunch, and you know what though? Out of all the names that they could have chose, that was definitely the best. It would have been the New Jersey Gulls, the New Jersey Americans.
It's a badass name. It's a badass name. It's a badass logo. It's the problem with New Jersey Devils is they play in New Jersey, and there's probably just too thin a hockey market to really build them. I mean, they're an incredible, dare I say, storied franchise. And that's enough of that shit. What else is in the news? Oh, no, puke.
Now you get hear from all your Ranger buddies.
Yeah, I know, but it's a fact.
So he's a closet Rangers fan.
I'm not. You're a closet Bergdorf. That's I heard that all the time. You're a constant Pro-Tour fan. Because I admire what. Whatever. I met Martin. He wasn't exactly that nice to me, so you know.
He should not be.
Well, I wasn't a dick to him. I wonder if that ever happens to him. Like, look, wherever I go, if I'm in New Jersey, I'm wearing a Ranger jersey, or I'm like, Rangers suck. You know, I get that all the time. What does Oh shit! Now I gotta find a new way to do that. Do people actually walk up to Martin Brodeur and say, "Hey, Devils suck"? Like it means anything? I mean,
actually, you know, it's funny. One time, there was an autograph signing at Forge Jewelers, and Brodeur was there.
Oh,
and a Rangers fan pulled up, and he just threw a garbage can.
What an idiot! That's
I don't know why. Like Tracy said, she was online. It's like, yeah, this guy in a Rangers jersey just came up and threw a garbage can out of a tree and just left.
Yeah. Pure in Finland is like, wait a minute, I'm not like people are that superstitious in America. Yes, they're that stupid. And back then in the 80s, we had what they call a moral panic over. There's this woman somewhere in the Midwest, thanks to probably a relative of Jeff, who accused of this what was it called? The McBain. She accused this daycare center of performing sexual satanic rituals on her children. Of course, all of it was bullshit. But that lie spread around the entire country about this family and actually spread to other daycare centers. It's basically like, you know, Salem witch trials, like complete mad hysteria. And the people that were accused of this started in 1982, didn't finish it until after I was out of high school in 1994 or 5. It's unbelievable. So yeah, people are that friggin' nuts. We had that in the 80s. I mean, we had heavy metal artists going to trial to see if they actually contributed to people's suicide. You know, all sorts of crazy stuff. So yeah, I'm ashamed to say it, but it's true. It's that nutty.
Deb says Marty hates the Devils now. He's a Blues man now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when he came to St. Louis, Marty put on a new jersey.
Maybe that's another reason Lou
See
left.
that was your cue to play the But,
I'm already over that. Your timing's all off today, Jeff.
Yeah.
Start telling a story again, Jeff.
No, fine.
Come on, here we go. Oops.
No, too late. It's too late. The moment's gone.
Yeah.
Moment's gone.
Yeah, it didn't work. You're right. What else you got in the news?
Actually, sticking with the Devils here. Devils forward Ryan Clough has not committed to making another comeback from head trauma and likely will retire at some point this year, according to Ray Shero.
Great hockey player. Fantastic hockey player.
But it just comes down to, I mean, this day and age with the concussions and stuff, it comes down to, do you really want to put yourself in there, or do you want to, still have a few, screws left in your head?
When I was a kid, they didn't really know what concussions did, and now they only have like an inkling. They don't even know 100% now, and
they still don't know.
It's a damn good question to ask yourself.
You got to think about it.
I'm stupid enough that I would have kept going. I would. I'd badge my brains.
You would have.
You
would have been freaking showing up to alumni games in a freaking wheelchair, pushing it with your tongue.
Yeah. Bugs. Yeah, you're right.
I like hockey.
Okay, yeah. God, I would. You know what? I gotta be honest. That doesn't sound too bad to me. Because everybody
seems like Chloe made a deal with the devil.
Why can't you have good timing like Jake, Jeff?
Well, his timing was just good because it was relating to my poor timing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up my timing.
So you're saying my timing is based on a curve of your lack of timing?
Right.
What else you got in the news?
Yori Laterra is out 6 to 8 weeks after having ankle surgery. He had 14 goals, 30 assists for the Blues last year. This is a guy who has phenomenal chemistry with Jaden Schwartz and Vladimir Tarasenko.
Why didn't he do this in fucking June?
And Deb, to answer your question, my favorite player was not Oshie. My favorite player is Bacchus.
Bacchus? Letang.
Bacchus.
Letang. Why did he do this in June? Why is he doing this now? That's weird. Did you just find out about it?
Because people are stupid.
Laterra is stupid?
I don't know. I never understand why people put these surgeries off. Why not get it the instant you need it?
You know what it might be? He might have been fighting it off because he's probably stupid like me, and he'd be all like, okay.
You know, that's probably pretty true because I do the same thing.
Yeah, you would do the same thing. Yeah, you would.
I would
know
do
you
the same thing.
I know
think
you
all
here
of
now.
us would, because you're just trying to make the most money as possible.
You could have quit that fourth line on the high school team, right? You could have walked away any time. Nobody would have said a fucking word. No, you just fucking kept showing up, bashing your fucking brains in because you want to be a hockey player.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, of course you would have. I understand.
That's
You know,
what I
the
do
thing
with
is,
soccer.
you know what really helps though? You know what really helps with decisions like that in life? Like I had to make a decision similar. Kids, because then you're like, I don't want to be retarded, and my kid graduate. I want to be breathing. So, yeah.
Isn't it fucking crazy? We're gonna have a fucking kids around the same exact time.
Yeah. My kid's mad at me now because she took the Jeff thing seriously.
Way to go, Jeff.
Yeah, no, way to go, Tommy.
More time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, I'm joking.
Bacchus
Or
is a
Tommy.
loser. Every bandwagon fan. I like Bacchus. I don't know if he's a loser. I don't know. What else you got, Jeff? I like Bacchus.
Sammy Salo, defenseman who spent most of his 15-year career with the Canucks, decided to call it a career on Thursday.
Yeah, some of the wrist, right?
Yes, yeah, he said the wrist injury kept him from playing last year, forced him to retire.
Well, he was what? Pushing 40, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Turns 41 on September 2nd.
Good player.
Yeah, it's a hard decision, but sometimes you just gotta know, hang up the pads, time to go. Get a nice, comfy office job.
Kevin Dwyer, gotta hate the Blues, plus the St. Louis Expressway suck. Oh, that's right, because he's a Blackhawks fan. That's the thing. Like, I got to talk about Patrick Kane, because all these Blackhawk fans are depending on me, because it's like makes up like 90% of my audience.
I don't know what you why you have hate for the Blues. I mean, what have we done? What have we done to hurt you guys?
Nothing.
Except, yeah, you guys are like a stepping stone just for them to get another cup. That's all
I
you
mean,
are.
the feeling's the same way. The way I feel about the Cubs. I mean,
Yeah.
we haven't had anything to hate them for.
It's like, hey, we get to go see an arch, get some ribs, and then we're gonna go to the next round of the playoffs. That's what I would be thinking if I was a Chicago fan.
Maybe stop by Busch Stadium to see what a real baseball team looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
See?
true. Cubs look good this year. Yankees are doing well, and they fell out as first. Yeah.
Mets are doing good.
Mets doing good. That's good news, too. See
Yeah.
the Mets do well. Love to see another Subway Series. Watch the Mets collapse.
Devils fan 360. Hello.
Yeah,
Who's that?
he was our caller. Tommy House Tour, please. No, I don't
okay.
carry a fucking camera around. Why would you want to see my house? Nothing going on here. Hopefully we'll be
Store.
moving to.
What is this? A shot from the Point Cribs?
Yeah, cribs. Yeah. Hey,
tour,
hey,
please.
shot from my couch. You know, get it? My little girl was jumping around behind me. Yeah. So what else you got?
This is my pregnant wife sleeping.
Yeah, she's sleeping right now. In fact.
Tommy, you wanted me to throw this in right before the show started. Feel you wanted to comment on this. Lovely article on Puck Daddy saying that Johan Franzen should call it a career.
Who wrote that?
That would be Greg Wyshynski.
Who the fuck gave him the right to tell people when they can retire or not? What is he, family? Is he on the coaching staff? Is he on the team? No! He's a fat fuck who could make his baseball team from New Jersey. So he's an expert on Johan Franzen fucking retiring. Unbelievable, the arrogance of these pricks. You know, I can understand, like, him talking about Franzen's career and saying this is a retirement's an option and this. To sit there and have a headline saying you should retire based on no experience whatsoever? Who are these people? I was trying to get mad for that one. No, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't understand. I've seen he ain't the only one guilty of this. I don't understand that.
It's just writers just trying to find a story.
It's just like us talking about Patrick Kane, but at least we talk about it. There's nothing else to talk about. It's like we're just honest. Johan Franzen should call it a career.
Wyshynski for president.
He should call it a career.
Wyshynski for prime minister. Put him in your stupid country.
I mean, listen to this. Johan Franzen was my absolute respect, but I'm going to disrespect him and fucking get
Silly
involved in a decision that I have no business getting involved in because I am neither his friend or know what the fuck I'm talking about, nor do I have the experience in this particular area to even make this sort of claim. He's 6'4", 230 pounds. What if I were going to say, like, that guy should retire, it would almost be like an insult, you know? Like I was insulting them because I was mad, not because I meant it. You know, he's 6'4", 230 pounds, a Swedish mule, played 600 games for the Detroit Red
French
Wings.
said Wyshynski should retire.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good idea.
Arizona
Greg
Coyote should
Wyshynski.
retire.
Greg Wyshynski, big phony, doesn't know what he's talking about, fucks his friends over. Harrison Mooney is a front for a social justice campaign. Is completely controlled by a goofy feminist out in Canada, from what I understand. Wink, wink. I know what I'm talking about. The fans don't know what I'm talking about. But me and Greg, yes, I know. You know I know what I'm talking about. Made a lot of phone calls, she did. You know what I'm... Yeah, she made a lot of phone calls.
We should get Deb to hit on Ryan Lampert or somebody.
Oh, just like set him up?
We should so catfish Ryan Lampert.
Yeah.
And then sell the thing to...
I couldn't do that. I actually couldn't do that.
Watch me do it.
First of all, I couldn't ask Deb to do that. Second of all, that's even lower than I'm willing to sink. But I am willing to take any woman that he disappointed in the bedroom on live. I am willing to sink that low, but I'm not willing to set him up. That's something those fucking social justice douchebags would do, not me. But it would be funny. You have to admit.
Yeah, we get him on Catfish, and then it's all of a sudden. It turns out that that all the IP addresses are coming from Germany.
I hope he gets carpal tunnel syndrome. I mean, like he has to retire.
He steps on a Lego in the dark.
I've also respected. It's like he writes this whole article about how much he respects him and tells him why he should retire. What puts him in? Here's who should be involved in retirement discussions: the team, your wife, and she should be last on the list, and you. Not the media. Not the guy who can't bring himself to approach Bobby Orr correctly, or anybody else for that matter. You know, douchebag. Greg Wyshynski. What else you got?
All right, we did this last week where I list a couple teams or so and who their most important player will be going into the season. It went pretty well last week. Thought we'd do it again.
Okay, most important team. 5 teams? 1 player.
5 teams, yes.
All right, hit me now.
Okay, first one, we got the New Jersey Devils.
Yes, best.
And my most important player for them is Kyle Palmieri.
Bingo.
Reason being, hold on, the Devils were 28th in the league last year with only 2.15 goals per game, and they were 14th in goals against. Well, bottom line, they need more talent on the offensive side, and when they bring in Palmieri, he can help set the tone there, but they still don't have enough talent. Scoring wise, which is why I'm looking for a guy like Pavel Zacha to make the team, but they're not going to be making the playoffs.
100% agree with you. The only thing I would add to it is that Palmieri represents the post-Lamarillo, post-Brodeur Devils, and this is a guy that I think you could start. I don't know if you can build a team around him, but this is a guy you can start taking it in a different direction. 100% agree. What do you think, Jake?
I think Palmieri's good. Are we talking about just new players, new additions? Or are we just talking about players in general?
The most important player.
I think
it's
the
very
player
subjective.
the most important player
It's very subjective
that needs to step it up is Mike Camilleri.
Mike Camilleri.
Yeah.
I think Mike Camilleri right now is the heart and soul of that offense. Right now, as we go into it, he's the one that has proven offensive talent. He's the one that needs to step up and become. I
think the most important player. We got all 3 put our day. I think it's a good idea. Well, 3. The most important player on the New Jersey Devil team is whoever fucking empty suit and tie came up with the fucking idea to get rid of the Hey song by that child rapist, whatever his name is, Gary Glitter.
An actual rapist.
Yes, an actual rapist, Gary Glitter.
Rapist.
Pierre says Schneider. Schneider is.
I thought Schneider too. Actually,
we're talking about Schneider. Schneider is.
Schneider was good last year.
Yeah, he should have been in an All-Star game.
Really?
If you ask me. I think he should have been there instead of Corey Crawford.
Tough to tell. Everybody sucks so bad. Corey Crawford's got 2 Stanley Cups, bud.
Yeah.
Well, Schneider.
Yeah,
I like Schneider too.
I feel.
I like Schneider because he speaks German and he's Swiss. Next team. Totally, that was a really good one. Yeah.
Are the Philadelphia Flyers, and their most important player to me is people not named Giroux, Simmons, Voracek, and Braden Shen. That's pretty much all their team was. They were third in the league in power play last year, 23.4%. But other than that, I mean, really, what did they do? And they need more secondary scoring. LeCavalier needs to resurrect from the dead.
He needs to retire.
And I also don't think Newverth and Mason are going to be enough in goal. So I mean, their defense, guys like Luke Shin,
Give
and Michael
Newverth it. You know
Pizzotto
what?
are going to have to play
You
a
missed
bigger
it.
role.
Newverth is the most important because I disagree with you. I think he does have the talent. I think he's unproven, and I think they might have just enough in the defense to show him the sign. I saw something in that kid this year.
I actually agree with Tommy.
Yeah,
Newverth is
Neuwirth.
probably going to be.
I have a lot more faith in Newverth than Mason.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Mason's
do
no
too.
part of this team. He's an average goalie. I think. What's his name in Philly? Pat.
He's serviceable.
Yeah, he's
But,
serviceable goalie. That's
the
about it.
one thing. I do not think the Philadelphia franchise goaltender is on this team right now,
Yeah.
and I think Newverth is going to be has to be that player, and I think he's going to be the most important player just because of the market they play in. They are brutal to their goaltenders.
It's not
because
even brutal.
Not
They
had a
fucking
great goaltender.
They get a
since
good
Ron
goalie. They
Hextall.
trade him away.
Yeah.
They traded away
Yeah.
Ron Hextall for no good reason. And they brought him back, and then I mean, like they
Bobrovsky.
yeah. It's not even the fan. The fans are gonna. It's Philadelphia.
No,
They're gonna.
no.
They boost.
It's,
Santa
I mean,
Claus.
that's Philly. They're going to get brutalized
Yeah.
over there.
It's
They
exactly.
had Roman Czechmanic. They had they had that Roman. I liked Roman Czechmanic.
The last friggin' good goalie they had besides Ron Hextall was Pele Lindbergh, and he fucking killed himself. I mean, that's the truth. They've had two good goalies in 30 years. There's the problem. So, I got to be honest with you, Neuwirth. By the way, excellent topic, Jeff. What's the next one?
Yeah.
Next team is the Columbus Blue Jackets, and I got two people here. First one is Brendan Saad.
Of course.
Now we saw how well this team performed once they started getting everybody out of the hospital. And if Saad can live up to that superstar potential that we think he has, and that he's shown many glimpses of, Columbus is making the playoffs with no issue. And Bobrovsky has to stay healthy too, because how many times did he get hurt last year?
Tons, but it wasn't just him, of course.
Well, it wasn't just him. I mean, it was a curse on that team.
Yeah, Bobrovsky, absolutely.
My players is Bobrovsky, of course, but I think the resurgence, and he needs to find his career again, and that's going to be David Clarkson, former 30-goal scorer for the New Jersey Devils, had a big contract with Toronto. It didn't pan out. He lost his mind over a water bottle thing, and I think he needs to really step up and be the player that he could be.
Right. I mean, they got a lot of promise over there with, like I said, Saad. They also got Dubinsky, Johansson, Foligno. I mean, the things are definitely looking up for Columbus.
Yeah,
provided they don't.
Provided they don't have a. That's a very good team, and they're rough and they're mean.
Yeah.
So provided they don't, maybe they want to roll that back a little bit. Just to keep guys healthy. I don't know. You want to keep the grit, but maybe you don't have to finish every single check. Well, you always got to finish with checks, but you don't have to. You don't have to throw your body. You gotta use your brain when you're throwing your body. Is it going to put you out of position? Is it really worth it? Is it just to knock this guy down? Is it going to affect the play in a positive or negative way, or am I just going to bash somebody's brains out? I think maybe smart hitting, like the Blackhawks do, or controlled hitting rather than just going out and blasting everything and stuff. Maybe that'll keep you out of the medical facility. What's the next one, Jeff?
Next team is the San Jose Sharks, and the core of this team is, it's relatively the same. So you kind of know what you're going to get from them. So the guy I'm looking at for them is the new goaltender Martin Jones. He appeared in 34 games for LA over the past two seasons, 16, 11, and 2 with a 1.99 goals against and a 9.23 save percentage. And, I do like the moves the Sharks made, bringing in guys like Joel Ward and Paul Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And, but, if Jones can play at a pretty good level, they're a bubble team.
It could be. I still have tons of talent. It's just,
Yeah,
I think
my player's Hurdle. Thomas Hurdle, he had a decent season last year.
He's hurt.
Had a great
He got hurt
rookie
early
season.
on. He
needs to stay healthy, and because he's going to be a franchise player for that team.
Yeah, Thomas Hurdle. I can't disagree with you. Last one, or was that 5?
No, last one. Last one is Colorado. And I'm looking for Nathan McKinnon to get over his sophomore slump last year.
Mm-hmm.
His rookie year, he had 24 goals, 39 assists. Last year, only 14 goals, 24 assists. Now, granted, he didn't play in as many games. But also, the whole defensive core needs to be better because, they let up over 32 shots a game last year, and Varlamov wasn't healthy or he was either wasn't healthy or he was just
distracted.
playing hurt because he was staying home to beat his wife.
That's right. His punching arm was hurting.
Yeah.
I would have to say Patrick Waugh is the most important part of that team.
agree.
Because he's in control. He has the keys. And last season, I mean that first season was maybe a fluke. Maybe last season, maybe they had to come down to reality a little bit. But I could see
they're somewhere. I think they're somewhere in the middle. I could see
them making it, maybe even a wild card.
They're a bubble team too.
They fucked me so bad in fantasy last year.
Oh,
after they rewarded me so much the year before. I'm so mad at them. I can't even say. But I don't know if Patrick Waugh or not. I can't go that far because it really is Nathan McKinnon. And look, here's the thing about Nathan McKinnon that nobody wants to talk about because he was such a star in the first season. He's such a nice kid, and he's he could really be. If he was not an impact hockey, he was not an impact hockey player last year.
No,
he was not an impact hockey player last year, which we think that he has the impact to be, but it's also going to be maybe Johnny Hockey. Same thing he'll go through next year too. But that being said, where I disagree with Jake, I don't see Patrick Waugh having a job with the Colorado Avalanche if he doesn't make the playoffs this year.
I definitely agree. But like I said, that's why, because he has the keys to this to the car right now, and
you're absolutely right.
He needs to put up or shut up, he kind of Patrick Waugh kind of reminds me of a Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
No way. A lot of success early on, and then
big mouth.
He says a few things, big mouth.
Yeah.
And he'll start a fight or two on the bench.
Yeah.
Which we saw the first game.
I don't know what the problem there in Colorado.
They still got Duchesne and Landeskog over there, so you got a lot of potential there. They bring in Soderberg to replace O'Reilly. I don't think you're going to get the same production from Soderberg as you did from O'Reilly. I think O'Reilly's got a little more in the toolbox, but they're a bubble team.
Absolutely. Oh, really good report, Jeff. Excellent.
Yeah. Look at us with all our insight.
Yeah, it's very good. You did a good job too.
Yeah, I've been known to watch the game once or twice.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, French event, thank you. Yeah, they picked up.
They did.
Storov and Boschman. I like the Boschman pickup too.
Let's put him on real quick before I do the plug.
Yeah, Ben, call.
Oh,
thank you.
Let me put him on. I forgot to put on Frenchie Ben. You know what it is? I'm thinking of getting out of here. That's the problem. Yeah. Well, we'll have him do Dave Rose's job. How about that? What do you think of that? Yeah, we'll just have him do Dave Rose's job, old job. It's funny. Kevin Dwyer said something. Said, "Why don't you call up Dave Rose and torture him?" He's the one that sent me a tweet. You should have called that the Dave Rose show, like when I was bitching about Dave Rose a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Fuck. Make up your mind, Kevin. Where are you, Frenchie Ben? Are you not at your station? I didn't do anything I said I was going to do for Frenchie Ben this week. I didn't do anything.
I'm there.
Yes, he's here.
The show is over?
No, but could you turn off the vacuum? We wanted before I go into the plugs, we want your rating on the show. We're gonna try this with you and see if you're any good. Butter my ass. Butter my ass.
I would say 8.5. It was a funny show today.
Funny show. Lots of hockey at the end, but that was good content.
Jake was funny. The CSI bit is good. Your daughter. We had a little bit of everything with Matt Kazar.
A little bit of rape thrown into the mix.
Now I can't. I was gonna play that for my daughter until you said that. I was gonna play this back for it until you said that. Well, that's good. Hey, Frenchie Ben, we're gonna get you your setup as soon as I get back.
Tell her it's an American word for love.
Yeah, great. Patrick Kane's word. Yeah, boo. Boo is right. Boo is right. Frenchie Ben, we're gonna have you all set up so you can start sending us your good jokes instead of wasting them and giving them to everybody else publicly.
You just send them to Tommy. I don't want to.
You don't want it to, that's the thing. We could have access to all of it because certain jokes.
I don't. No, I kind of feel like.
Ooh, you're a little uptight about that. You don't want him feeding you.
No. It's really just comes down to it's not as natural when it's coming from.
Okay.
Me.
Oh, okay. You're like.
It's really just about my creative
because
process.
It's your ego. Because I think
it's it's my ego, but it's about my creative process. Like.
All right, let me do the
touch
plugs.
The creative process of Jake.
Yeah.
No. You know what? And also, I'd be reading Ben's jokes in a really shitty French accent.
I'm here with.
Could be good though.
Yeah, that's how you would know it was a Ben joke, because I'd be reading it in a French accent.
I'm here with Jake Link. Jake Link, you are a legendary comedian. You were one of the original co-hosts and team members of Shot from the Point. I gotta ask, when I have somebody like you in the building, I want to get in your head. What goes into a Patrick Kane rape joke? I mean, come up with that for me. I mean, did you go?
See, it happens like this. I listen to the joke, and then all of a sudden, I just think, jokes. Really, there's really no process. It just goes to my brain, find something fucked up. Okay, let's do that. Go.
Yeah. Thanks.
Really nothing.
Be like that guy that does the actor studio act really super serious.
What are your? Well, Dave asked me what my three favorite swear words were.
Jake
John
Link with James Lipton.
JohnFreemanMusic.com, JohnFreemanMusic.com, JohnFreemanMusic.com. Please check out JohnFreemanMusic.com, the official musician of the Shot from the Point program. Hey, I'm Tommy C. You catch me at Tommy C, SFTP on Twitter. Shot from the Point, one word. You're more than welcome to leave a message, 718-395-7660. Please leave a message. I'll answer them. But I'm off for the next week or two. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Twitch, and then I'm off there too, so might as well. But make sure you like, subscribe, and share if you like Archive of Hockey, Backwards Baseball Cup, pro-rape type of show that we do. You can check us out at Shot from the Point Hockey on Twitter and Shot from the Point Hockey on
pro-rape.
Google+. Yeah, we're pro-rape here.
Back to you guys.
Oh, story came in. I don't care. I'm not going to check it. But I got that thing going off when we get a story. But I don't care. I want to go. I gotta go on vacation. You know what I mean? If you check out the center there, you can check out Jeff the Huffman. He's got some information for you about a great product that he's representing. What is that, Jeff?
Yeah, started using it about a year ago. Company's called AdvoCare. I mean, it truly is awesome. Saw what it was doing for my neighbor, thought I'd take a shot on it, and you've seen the amazing results it's done for me. And if that interests you, we could set something up and we can chat about it. And the link's down there below if you want to look for yourself.
Check. Do I have your particular link down below?
You could go to my channel.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that because I didn't do that because it auto
my videos.
It auto writes. But check out Grand Slam 87. Jeff's doing a lot of health videos, stuff like that. He's the guy. The guy looks like freaking John Cena under his shirt. And I'm not gonna make you take your shirt off because Wrestling Hobo says I'm a homo.
Hey, if I land this, if I land this new job, I might be able to do some gaming stuff again. So
that'd be great. That'd be good stuff. My daughter looks like a German spy with that toy gun in her hand. The way she looked at me. Ow. And she just hit me with something. Did you check out Legendary?
Matt said Jew, so I guess she decided to get the gun.
Jesus Christ! What's the matter with you today?
Oh shit!
It's gonna rein you in or something? What are you, nuts?
Yeah. Damn, I'm normally the one.
Jesus, you can't say right enough about Germans. What's the matter with you, Jake? Legendary Jake Link. Do you have any stuff coming up?
Just still in production. The No Station Required, and yeah.
Check out No Station
Required.
Required.
I have a few shows going on. I got a lot going on.
A movie that will
stuff, so.
feature Jake Link. A movie that'll actually feature Jake Link and the Shot from the Point program process. Here's the news story. Senators method pulling. I don't fucking care. Damn it! I said the F word for my daughter.
People are upset that I didn't have no rape sandwich today.
No rape. Yeah, I
left it at home.
Idea. God, I say the army.
I
really
see your daughter marching with the gun back there.
Yeah, that look crazy.
And she's not bending her legs. What's up with that?
Stop it! She can't hear you say that. She's gonna go freak out.
She's knocking on attic doors.
All right, I think that's it. Frenchie Ben, yeah. What do you got going? You're one. Do you got a thing going? Frenchie Ben?
Oh, I have nothing.
Not yet.
But Jake Link, what was the emotion that you wanted to get through in your first movie, No Stations Were Required?
What was the emotion that I wanted to get? I don't know.
As an actor, talk to us about your
I sat in my
creation process.
I just show up and tell jokes, tell dick jokes, and
yeah.
Wear a backwards baseball cap.
Love and rape.
But you're not supposed to wear a baseball cap inside unless you have a hole in your roof.
Also,
And chew gum.
also make sure you one of our great performers here is none other than Mecha Macazar. Check him out on Mechabat and Google Plus, and he's putting a Facebook channel or a I don't know
Bending women everywhere.
YouTube channel, and you might like I don't know. Yeah, you could lay him and shut him up. I don't know. It'd be nice. You know.
We should just
Actually, don't. If you see Matt Kazar, don't sleep with him because you might screw up my show.
Damage him. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna screw up my show. I hope we're
That's gonna be like a
I hope we're having the same
55-year-old.
conversations when I'm 50 and he's 30.
You guys, I saw a girl and I held the door open for her. She said thank you very politely.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
She smiled at me.
all right. I think I've had it. Laura, you want to say goodbye to everybody? What do you mean why? That's a monkey. It's called a Oh, I didn't think it was that funny, but if you think it's funny, then I think it's funny.
Watch her be she's laughing at me. Ah, bad American guy.
she's laughing at
God.
That's Frenchie Ben. Come here. You want to say hello to Frenchie Ben?
Look at my face.
Look at his face. That's my friend. He looks like that. You believe that?
No.
No.
When you speak French, you
Can you
look
speak
like
French?
that.
Do you Franglish? That's what. How do you say it again? I forgot. How do you say it? Come over here. Say goodbye to everybody because you were a big star today, even though I made you mid. So, all right, come here.
Maybe she could give a rating for the show.
You have a rating for the show? You think the show was good today? No. Come here, everybody. Thank you very much.
No, she said 9. That's good.
We got a 9.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hit the wrong damn button. See, maybe I'm not good with this kids thing.
Bye.
Yeah, stick around.
Ooh, ah,
You better get good again. Holy shit.
Where's the closing out? Here it is. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. We're going to be off for 2 weeks. Check us 2 weeks, Sunday, 3 p.m. Sunday for Shot from the Point Live. I hope you liked this with our rape apology asses and baseball backward caps. See you next week, everybody. That's my show. You don't like it? That's Jeff. Yeah, I got a monkey and I got Jeff. You gotta be funny. What are you talking about? Better be gone.